This 1 mana minion is going to break Hearthstone. Introducing the new Mill Warlock. If you guys have been following the stream in the past month, you know that I have been absolutely addicted to Mill Warlock. And I am not kidding when I say that I believe Mill Warlock might become the best deck in the game as long as you know how to play it. But this new version of the deck is 10 times easier than its original version.
I just want to tell you both good luck. We're all counting on you.
The main reason being Sizzling Cinder, a 1 mana 2/1 elemental. Death Rattle, deal 2 damage randomly split among all enemies. The reason why this card is absolutely mind-boggling and insanely powerful in Mill Warlock is because your Nomelia was the main death rattle that you wanted to use if fatiguing your opponent was a little bit more difficult than usual. Especially with cards like Kil'jaeden, not every single player understands how to mill 30 cards all in one turn.
I have 60 every turn. Exactly. that was really well timed, Jiraxis. I think Jiraxis is self-aware. Oh. Hey, fatigue off one. Fatigue off 1 card. 1 trade, and he hit fatigue. What?
One of the main issues that most players had with Mill Warlock was figuring out how exactly to set up the combo. And if you had Nomelia as part of your OTK, it was a 6 mana card that you usually had to play when you had more than 10 mana or if you were setting it up over multiple turns. Now, I realize a lot of players may not understand exactly how Mill Warlock works, and if I'm being honest, I'm still figuring out the specifics of this deck myself, even though I have almost 150, almost 200 games with this deck. So I'll explain it very simply what's going on with the Death Rattles as well as your Archdruid of Thorns. The whole point of this deck is to give Archdruid of Thorns the Adaptive Amalgam Death Rattle. Death Rattle, shuffle this into your deck. It keeps any enchantments. And the last part of this Death Rattle is by far the most important. After your Archdruid of Thorns absorbs the Amalgam Death Rattle, any other Death Rattles that you give to the Archdruid of Thorns are going to be a permanent effect onto the card. And the other Death Rattle minions that you have in the deck are your Sizzling Cinder as well as your Prize Vendor. So if you set up this combo perfectly, and you have the Death Rattles of the Adaptive Amalgam, the Prize Vendor, and the Sizzling Cinder all within the Archdruid of Thorns, you can then play your Summoner Dark Morrow when you have no cards left in deck, and then start spamming your Archdruid of Thorns. If you've set up the combo perfectly, your Archdruid of Thorns will automatically die, shuffling 2 copies of itself into the deck, and then drawing 2 cards. And thanks to the Sizzling Cinder, you are now dealing damage onto the opponent's board. But the one thing you guys may not be accounting for is how quickly this combo compounds into an absolutely unbelievable amount of damage. Because the one thing that most players may not understand about ANDREW FALADOR is that he also gains death rattles of other Andrews that have died this turn. So if you have an Archdruid of Thorns that has died with Adaptive Amalgam, Prize Vendor, and let's say 3 Sizzling Cinders all in one turn, then that second Archdruid of Thorns is going to gain all of those death rattles. And then the next one you play is going to gain all of those death rattles plus all of the other death rattles. And the reason why this works so effectively is because of Summoner Dark Morrow triggering the death rattles twice. So if you stack 1 death rattle, 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. If any of that sounded complicated, it's because it really is. This is legitimately the most difficult deck that was available in the previous expansion, and I do not believe that another deck is going to pop up in the meta that is more difficult than playing this deck. Because this deck, you are not allowed to make a mistake, otherwise you will lose the game. I don't want to look. I have to look. Ah! I need sugar numbers. Not really. Sadly, it's not the best world. Definitely not as bad. Definitely not better than this. Oh fuck! Why did I tap? Why did I tap? Why did I tap? Why did I tap? Complete throw. Complete throw. Okay, that's bad. Shit. His demons aren't big enough to just kill me, bro. But fatigue. Why? What's fatigue? Why did I tap? Why did I tap? Oh, don't fucking doom guard me, please. Just don't doom guard me. Oh my.
How would you like to sleep forever?
It baffles me.
I have seen creation, and I will bring destruction.
Alright, GG. Dude, hurry up. Okay, that just did it. That just did it. Woo! What happens when you reach in the middle of the combo, then we throw the game in spectacular fashion. You stumble upon 2 train tracks with an oncoming train. You see a looper on the left on one track. All your fans, the next track is this deck. Who am I saving? I mean, I feel like publicly I should be saying my fans, because if it wasn't my fans, then, you know, I wouldn't have a Mill Warlock to play. But man, I really do. Wait, I didn't play the amalgam. Y'all like Spider-Man? In order to survive for your combo, this deck is very dependent on its Ancient of Yore Curse Campaign synergies. And I know that this might seem like an old synergy as well at this point, but Ancient of Yore into Eternal Layover, I believe, is still going to be extremely good because you still have Ultralisk Cavern acting as a perfect AoE to set up for these turns. There is so much synergy in this deck that I even believe that Spelunker might be a perfect addition with this deck due to the most powerful Warlock card that they added, Cursed Catacombs. The reason why Spelunker is in this deck is so that way, after you play your Spelunker, you can activate Cursed Catacombs and get a 2-mana discount on the minion that you discover. And in my opinion, there's 3 different ways that this can be extremely useful. Number 1, if you have turn 2 Spelunker, it is possible for you to play turn 3 Catacombs and then play a 3-mana Ancient of Yore. The second way to utilize this combo is potentially getting a 7-mana Ysera, which is a great way of having plenty of mana to make sure you never mill a card. And the third most effective way you can utilize this synergy is potentially discounting cards like Prize Vendor or Archdruid of Thorns, so that way you can more meaningfully set up your combo depending on what minions are left in your deck and how much mana you have. Because there might be some instances where discounting the Archdruid or the Prize Vendor by 2 mana can help you meaningfully set up your combo by killing your Death Rattle minions to give them to the Archdruid of Thorns. Now, the last thing that I want to say about this deck, because I do plan on making another video greatly breaking down everything this deck can do, But until I play this deck, I really don't want to be giving too much advice because there's still a lot that I have to learn about this deck. But in the Theorycraft version of this deck, you will notice that there's Torga and Caustic Flames. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't believe in the turtle. I love the turtle is cool, but I don't believe it really has much place in this deck because it is literally only in here to draw the Caustic Fumes. And since this deck is technically a Theorycraft, it needed to run 10 new cards to be viable. So these are 3 easy cards that you could just remove from the deck if you believe they are too expensive or don't do enough. I will say though, there is a possibility of Caustic Fumes being a decent card in this deck. Single target removal is pretty important in this style of deck, but if you want my honest opinion, if you compare this to the freeze package, the freeze package wins all day. So I don't believe a 4-mana Fell spell is really going to be all too useful because the only way to activate its Kindred deal damage effect is if you set up the Cursed Catacombs before you play this 4-mana spell. And this deck already has enough tight synergies that I don't want to include very narrow synergies. But what do you guys think? Do you think this deck should be available in Hearthstone, or do you believe the devs should absolutely ruin this toxic play pattern experience? And I'm gonna be honest, man, I actually don't mind an archetype like this existing because it is an extremely difficult combo to set up. If everyone is able to set up this combo and if this deck becomes, you know, easy to get above a 50%, then I do believe that Blizzard should make some changes. But if the difficulty of this deck is still going to be there, or if it's not exactly in the greatest meta position out there, then I believe that this deck is fine staying intact. But what do you guys think? Do you think Blizzard should kill this archetype? Let me know in the comments below, and while you guys are down there, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you want to be notified about any of our future updates. Ungoro 2 is going to be releasing July 8th, and I'll be streaming hopefully 10 to 12 hours of this new expansion, most likely playing a lot of Mill Warlock to really see just how powerful this deck is. Because I am absolutely ready to relive some nostalgia in Hearthstone by playing the new expansion, Ungoro 2. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see y'all in the next video. All right, I have already apologized profusely before doing this. I don't know if she's aware of this deck, and that will just make the reaction all the sweeter.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Dude, this deck is literally a sitting duck if I draw perfectly.
Eat up, little one.
Okay, what's this? At the end of your turn, reduce the cost of a random beast in your hand by 1. I can just knock it out later.
What was that?
Curse. Okay, so the funny thing that I love about Cursed Catacombs, if we hit Yor, we could technically play Yor on turn 3, which is nuts. Okay, she traded for me. I am going for the Yor. That's sad, but I could still hit it. No, dude, no, why is this happening? Someone arrest me, dude, this isn't okay. Oh God, we're doing this. Oh no. Been putting this listed again for you, Clark. It's something like that's a 8-9 mana over Umbra for Elise though. Wait, we're not running Elise? I thought that was like the whole point of playing the deck. I think this is kind of a bad play now because I have the Yor. We gotta hold on to this. It's actually crazy because like, this 1-drop, it may not look like a lot, but if we do the thing, remember what we did with Nomelia? Nomelia is now 1 mana essentially. That's the best way to put it. And it's just part of the combo now. They're about to take a decent chunk of damage here, and I could just easily play this next turn. Like, we're... Dark Lady is an absolutely great content creator, and I would never talk smack about her. Alright, this might be a layover turn, but at the same time, I really want to lay over these Yors. That's kind of a bad draw. I see what we can do. Oh my god, this deck is just so much better now because, dude, this deck got infinitely better because of the 0-drop card. Mill Warlock might be like a real deck on day one. I might play the hell out of this deck on day one, dude. I'm not even lying. So I do this, and I have Spelunker, Amalgam, and Darkmarrow. I can just do this and just get rid of the Spelunker. Now I draw 2, discard this, and I don't mill. Dude, this is nuts. I'm actually just gonna do it on the first try. I've had so much practice with this deck, I just know the lines. I still have 1 Kindred card.
Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild.
I didn't get the other 1-mana locations, but honestly, the funny thing about this, the locations are honestly kind of nuts too, because now you can just consume this instead of worrying about this if you actually care about the one. God, there's so much flexibility to this deck now, man. Can't mill the Amalgam, dude. Did we go too hard on the Yor?
What are my sword?
By the Titans!
Fuck,
Finally! I can rest in peace!
please don't mill the Amalgam. Oh my god, let's go! Oh no, if the 4/4 lives! Oh god, if the 4/4 lives!
My god. How did he do
No!
it?
Oh god!
The best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Dude, the music in the background, we're fucking popping this shit right now. It's actually happening. Reverse situation, Dart. Oh, damn it. Okay, well, hold on. Alright, hold on. Damn it. Not quite yet. Not quite yet.
I have too many cards.
Shit, do I just not have the combo anymore? This thing does. I can't get this rush. I don't have the thing.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
We're just gonna have to win it a different way now, right? How do I win without the Darkmarrow? Like, it's not gonna compound. This is hard. It's gonna be a lot harder to miller.
There. All
I essentially need to just like. I could still do it actually. I could still do it. It's just gonna take a lot longer. No, I'm not cooked. Bald? We're resorting to calling me bald now. That's not even remotely close. You're really stretching for that one. So no more gold rings, right?
Our stories live on.
I think I see how I could win this. Oh man.
I have few cards left. Sit and listen. I have few cards left.
ANDREW FALADOR!
It's really annoying that I had to get rid of the Darkmarrow for this. But we're doing all right. We could curse campaign this, but yeah, we don't need to do that. We're actually gonna curse campaign this because we're gonna play a bunch of these guys now. This is like the last person I wanted to do this to, man.
Follow the flutter wings.
But this deck is just gonna be a sitting duck. This is actually really good for me because I want to get rid of my minions. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so this needs to die.
tooth and claw.
Kill this one off. Lid no longer spectating. Yeah, not shocking on that one.
No more cards. ANDREW FALADOR.
Few cards left.
No more cards.
I have few cards left.
ANDREW
Someone call the police. I'm committing a murder right now. It's not. This.
Be short and listen.
Oh god. Oh, it's you can't stop it now. I have too much life. Dude, this deck is so much easier now. It's like actually unbelievably easier. This might just be like the Naga Mage of this expansion, you know, or of this year. As long as it's good, I'm gonna have fun. Oh, it's kind of sad that I lost that. I might play Mill Warlock. Dude, this deck is like gonna be significantly easier. I did this on the first try without screwing it up. Let that be the proof. Because now I can just keep playing all of these. I'm gaining, you know, 22, and it's dealing, well, not compounding, but like, it's just getting better and better and better. It kind of sucks that I don't have the curse campaign, because like I could have done like a way of trading, where I play the Andrews first, then do this and kill it off. So I can still keep gaining armor, but we don't need to go that far.
My cards are getting. My hand has few cards left.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god! This isn't okay. Yes.
My tooth and claw.
Give me another way of dealing damage. No! Why, Blizzard? Oh, Jesus Christ! My practice wasn't in vain! Mill Warlock is actually gonna be Giga Tier next season. This isn't okay.
ANDREW FALADOR.
Be short.
My God. How did you do it?
Dude, this deck is actually, for yours doesn't immediately kill you. This deck is just insane now. Holy hell, man. Is that how that order works? Came to apologize for being a negative Nancy today? Hell yeah, dude. Take damage and then get healed. That is kind of dumb. So if I go to so they did that because if you hit 0 first, you don't immediately lose. That's why they're doing that.
My tooth and claw.
Do I have to worry about silence? Do I ever just do this? No. Too many yours.
I have few cards left.
Because last game he lost his armor and took damage at what it healed and it didn't gain back anything. Yeah, I need to pay attention to this deck and its actions. Because I'm in streamer mode. I've also been streaming for exactly 12 hours and 20 minutes. Thank God we haven't had an interruption. Yeah, I'm definitely too tired to analyze this right now. I'll check it out in the VOD though.
Shorts.
So this is just lethal now, right?
Sit and listen.
Finally, I can rest in peace.
ANDREW FALADOR!
Oh wait, was I supposed to play the Amalgam? It wouldn't hurt me to play the Amalgam now. I should have played this first. Wait, what the? Oh god, panic. Oh god, god damn it, dude. If I just played Amalgam first, I would have had
It's too full.
I still have much to learn, chat. Again, 12 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and just ride off of that. How's Amalgam a 0-1? He played, okay, so there's a 1-drop that gives you a holy spell, that if you cast it on an enemy, it gives the minion -2 health. And that's why the Amalgam is a 1-0, because it keeps its enchantments. Did I just throw again? No, don't tell me no, I'm so, wait. No. I'm getting healed during this. Okay, so yeah, the healing happens last. That's so weird, dude. It'd be so much easier if you just showed the number first. Yeah, Quest is mega bait, I agree. Ay, 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 dude.
ANDREW FALADOR!
My duty fulfilled! My duty fulfilled!
Okay. I think that's enough Mill Warlock. My brain can't take it. I got 30 minutes left, and I don't want to spend the last 30 minutes being mad at Mill Warlock. But this deck will be Giga tier. It will be Giga top tier.